So welcome to the this awesome class on meditation. And this is part of our One Thing Challenge. And who's here has never been to a One Thing Challenge class? Okay. The One Thing Challenge class is about developing healthy habits one thing at a time. And so we chose 1 month. Because how long does it take to make a healthy habit?
20 days.
Okay. Did we hear any of those choices? We heard 90 days. We heard 13 days. We heard 30 days. We heard 21 days. 14. Just let's throw out some numbers. Everybody has an idea. And I would bet that every person is different on the amount of days that it takes to develop a healthy habit. Or any habit. Unhealthy too. Although unhealthy habits seem to take hold a little bit more quickly than healthy habits, right? I don't know. I seem to fall right back into some ruts after I've spent a lot of time with good healthy habits. Well, this is about developing these. Come on in. Have a seat. Developing these healthy habits 1 month at a time. We picked a month. So last month was what? What was last month? Do you remember? Sleep. Developing healthy sleep habits.
Habits.
You were
I
here.
was there.
You were
Right,
here.
well, she
I
slept
was
through
asleep.
it. She slept through it.
It was so good. I didn't even.
We did have some people that kind of went to sleep. It was pretty cool. Well, we've done water. We've done sleep. We've done forgiveness. We've done eating your vegetables and juicing. And tonight is especially important because we're talking about meditation. And this is going to be, as I mentioned before, we're not going to just sit and meditate. I want you to understand why meditation is important and also simple ways that you can meditate every day. Because I am not a professional meditator. I'll just tell you that right now. I cannot sit for an hour or two at a time and meditate, especially in silence. I can't do it. I'm not even going to pretend to do it. And I know that a lot of you are probably much more adept and much more experienced at meditating than I am. But what I'm going to tell you is why it's important for every single person to, I'll do air quotes, meditate every day. And how you can do it in 30 seconds. Now, we're not talking about reaching nirvana. We're not talking about completely changing your life in one sitting, although it can happen. But changes can happen in your body within 14 seconds, within 1 second, within one breath. So having said that, let's do our first meditation. And what this is going to be is 10 breaths. 10 deep breaths. And I'm not going to teach you how to breathe. I just want you to sit up nice and straight. Feet on the floor. Sitting up away from, if you can, away from the back. But just sit up nice and straight. I'll tell you why you're sitting up nice and straight in a minute. Close your eyes and take 10 nice, deep, long breaths at your leisure. deep breaths, open your eyes. How does everybody feel? Good. Oh, I maybe. Let's wait till everybody finishes up. I see some good, nice, soft eyes. Now, anybody want to volunteer what they felt during the meditation, or a shift that they felt, or a change they felt in their body as they breathed? A shift? Oh, you powered it.
Allowed.
Yeah. Did anybody notice their breaths became longer as they breathed? Now, you can all relax back into your chairs. And we'll let our last meditators come back to us. You look good. So that is a meditation. The meditation is bringing your awareness, shifting your awareness. Now, we can shift it internally into the body. We can shift it externally. And we can go anywhere we want to go. I'm sure some of you have some really exciting meditation stories in places that you have been that would be really fun to go to. It could be focusing on a goal, focusing on a chief aim. It's really whatever you want it to be. Now, my concern for people, my true concern as a chiropractor, as a wellness physician, and just as an observer of humanity, is getting your focus back on your body. Okay? So, with the breath, you're focusing on your body. You're taking in breaths, and I'm forcing you to count. So you have to stay focused. You got to be there. Otherwise, you're like, oh, what breath is this? Oh, well, okay, I'll start at 4. Okay, I'm really going to remember to keep counting. You're bringing your awareness back to the body, how you feel, to your breath. I'm going to draw a picture real quick. This is something that I draw in every class for the One Thing Challenge. And it's why we want to focus on the body. It's why that breathing meditation is so dang powerful. Cindy, this is for you. All right, so here is your brain. Here is your spinal cord. Everybody understand how this works, yeah? The brain is the commander of the body, of all the body processes. It coordinates. I don't want to say it's not the commander. It's the coordinator. It takes in information from the body, and then it sends back information to coordinate all the processes. Everybody get that? Yeah? We're dividing the brain into 2 parts, the conscious brain and the subconscious brain. And the subconscious brain is what runs the body, truly runs the body. The conscious brain is where you think, where you have to focus on 1 breath, 2 breaths. You're using your conscious mind. You're deciding, you know what? I think I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A before the meditation class. Yeah. You think, therefore you have a conscious brain. Okay? Does everybody get that? All right. So, subconscious brain, that's what really is the coordinator without you knowing about it. It coordinates your kidneys and your heart and your lungs and your reproductive organs and your adrenals and your gallbladder. It coordinates all of those things together without you knowing, right? We're happy about that, right? Everybody shake your head and say yes. Seriously, shake your head and say yes. Yes. We're happy. Otherwise, if this thing wasn't here, the subconscious brain wasn't here running the show, subconsciously, you would forget to do something. And this is just with your body. Ladies, if you were pregnant and you were in charge of running that show, you'd probably forget something, right? If you had mastered yourself. So we're happy. We're happy about the subconscious brain. Now, we divide that subconscious brain, the nervous system, into two different parts. And the best way to talk about this is my story of when I was moved into my new house and was raking my leaves. Because I saw, as I was raking the leaves and pulling them back, a snake. Wait a minute, this deserves this.
You know, red snake, yeah.
This
Air
deserves this.
snake. Air.
Yeah. So what do you think happened when I saw the snake?
Drop
the this. Ah! Oh my God. I mean, I screamed. I probably screamed something worse than that. And I jumped back. Oh my gosh. And then I looked again and noticed, oh, it's a toy snake. And I went, it's one eye. Two eyes. One eye. I went, oh, it's a toy snake. Everybody do that with me. You all know that feeling, right? When you realize something isn't nearly as bad as you thought it was? Well, then I went back to, I was actually blowing leaves. You know when you blow leaves, things, you know, the leaves kind of blow on top of things again? Guess what happened 3 minutes later? I saw the snake again. Okay, let's listen to this. Because my conscious mind knew there was a toy snake there. But the subconscious mind acted instantaneously to tighten up these muscles, go into this protection mode. My breathing went shallow, my heart rate went up. At that same time, my digestion shut down because that's not important anymore. Reproduction shut down, that's not important anymore. I gotta get away from a toy snake, oh my God. I gotta jump out of the way. I gotta be ready to go. So, this happens to us all day long. There's toy snakes everywhere, aren't there? There are toy snakes everywhere.
And the church bells ring.
And the church bells ring.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Thank you for that. There are snakes everywhere. We have in our lives, what kind of snakes?
Traffic.
Traffic, bills,
Work.
work. I mean, they all make us, I mean, it might not be to the same extent as, but it's like, right? We feel this tightness. It might be gradual. It might happen, start in the morning, we're like feeling good. This is going to be a great day. And then there's some traffic. My shoulders start going up. And I start breathing kind of shallowly. And then I get to work and that person I don't like is there. Still a great day. Still a great day. And by the end of the day, guess what? My shoulders are above my ears. My back is tight and tense. I'm annoyed. I'm ticked off at every person in the world. And by the way, I've been sitting hunched over at a computer all day. So all of these things, sitting at a desk all day, causes that fight or flight mode. Because that's what this is, right? We get this. Fight or flight mode versus the healing mode. The healing mode is our parasympathetic mode. It is deep breathing. It is good digestion. It is I can sleep at night. I want to sleep at night. It is our reproductive system working well. Our adrenals, guess what? They're always working, but it means they're working properly. Because the adrenals, anybody heard of your adrenal glands before? Mm-hmm. They're called our stress glands. They produce things like fun-loving cortisol. Anybody ever heard of cortisol? Mm-hmm. Cortisol is awesome. It gets a bad rep. But it's talked about as the stress hormone and the belly fat hormone, which it does do that. But it's all about protection. It's all about keeping you safe. Cortisol. It's all about regulating blood sugar. Because you have to have sugar, you have to have energy to fight the toy snakes, right? Or to run from the toy snakes. Or to kill the toy snakes if you're up to that. But We need these things. We need it. We need it to work properly. But when you have all these toy snakes, and let's just throw in a few more. We've got kids, we've got parents, we've got grandparents, we've got expectations on ourselves, we've got expectations of others,
Ex-husbands.
ex-husbands. You know, I mean, insert your snake here. When we're stuck running here, guess what? This little door between the conscious and the subconscious brain where we're getting information from our conscious brain that allows us to, oh my gosh, it's just a toy snake. All these snakes signal to the brain, hey, you know what? There's a lot of toy snakes out there. So we've got to stay up. We've got to stay protected. We've got to keep this door closed so that we can still get information in, but we're going to run at like 50% capacity if we're lucky. Anybody know anybody that's running at like 75, 80% of this all day long? Yeah.
A lot of us.
A lot of us. So what in the heck does meditation have to do with this? Well, one of the things about the One Thing Challenge, the reason why we're doing it, and the reason why I draw this picture is everything that we have done, from the water, from forgiveness, from sleeping, from moving, from breathing, is getting us over here. We're using the body to go here, to trick our brain into thinking, hey, you know what? I'm gonna send up a lot of really good stuff. A lot of things that the body needs. Because when the body doesn't get those things, it doesn't get water, it doesn't get sleep, it doesn't get oxygen, do you think it might send an alert mode to the brain? Heck yeah. So we give the body what it needs. We give the brain what it needs in order to live and to survive and to thrive. Because here's something that you don't know. Or maybe you do, but you need to hear it again. Your body does not care if you're happy. Your body doesn't care if it's healthy. Your body does not care about anything except living 1 second longer. And when it gets to that second, it goes to the next second. It just cares about living 1 second longer, and it will do anything to get to that next second. And anything means it might sacrifice some things. You gotta get to the end of the day even. So when you're stuck over here, things like blood sugar, yeah, that's really, really dang important. But you know what else is important? Your heart beating. Your brain functioning. Yeah, your immune system's really important, but I'd much rather, get a little bit of oxygen to my body, so I'm going to let the immune system go. I'm not going to keep control over it. So, so what if it runs amok? You guys getting what I'm saying? When we're stuck over here, the body can't be healthy. You can try everything. You can try diets, you can try fad diets, you can try exercise. And when most people exercise, I see this. Oh, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Do you see what I'm saying? There are very simple ways to get over here. Because this is where health happens. This is where you give your body a break. You give your brain a break. When you're over here in this parasympathetic mode. It's what we call the healing mode. Your body can heal. So the things that we're doing help us get here. When we're here, guess what? Our adrenals can replenish. Our immune system can replenish. Our bodies can replenish. Our blood sugar can balance. Our hormones can balance. We just need to be over here. And when you're over here, if you're on medication for any of those things I was talking about, guess what? Those medications are going to work better. Everybody getting this? So, what the heck does meditation have to do with this? Well, like I said, I am interested in the body and people being aware of the body. Because you know what the body does when this is happening? It lets you know that this is happening. It lets you know with tight shoulders that turn into neck pain, that turn into back pain, that turn into knee pain or hip pain or foot pain, or high blood sugar, or feeling dizzy. Your body lets you know when things are running amok. But do we ever listen to our body? Or if we're stuck in this mode, do we not take the time to say, oh man, I gotta breathe. Oh, you know, how long has it been since I've had some water? I'm starting to get kind of a headache. Ooh. Or do we just get focused? Focused on what's in front of us, focused on all of these things, all of these little exclamation points, these toy snakes, and forget to listen to our body. Yeah, we kind of do, don't we? Mm-hmm. So, everything in the One Thing Challenge is about giving our body good stuff so that it comes over here, so that it comes as healing mode. Meditation, and that breathing meditation, guess what it does when you flood your body, flood your lungs, flood your brain, flood your blood with oxygen. You just relax. Everybody felt that, right? You felt that you relaxed. You started moving over here. You tricked your brain into forgetting about the toy snakes for a while. It's like one of these kids that, is throwing a tantrum, and you kind of distract it with something shiny, something else. And then they're happy, right? That's our body. That's our brain. They're happy. Just start to give it a little, you just have to give it a little bit. But we're not used to doing that. We're not used to doing that. In fact, we're used to doing the opposite. We're used to running ourselves ragged and thinking that's the way things need to be. I need to get this done. Right? So, this idea of meditation, we're going to do little meditations, will help to bring you from here to here. Okay? So, with your permission, we're going to do the next meditation, and we're going to focus on the body. Okay? And then I'll draw another picture. And this you can do at home, and it can take as long or as short as you want, because we're going to start with the toes, and I'll lead us through it, but you can do this yourself. We're just going to go up the body, and I want you to be present in each part of the body, because when we're present, we can get in that healing mode a heck of a lot easier, okay, or more easily. Been in Arkansas too long. Grandma's going to pot. All right. So, we're going to close our eyes again. Sit up nice and straight. And I want you to focus on your toes. Think about your toes. Even wiggle your toes. Wiggle them. Be right there with those toes. Feel the toes. All right. And then imagine there is energy in your toes. Feel them. It's electric. That energy in your toes. That awareness in your toes. You probably haven't thought about your toes like this. Guess what? They want you to think about them. Focus on those toes. Now move the energy through your feet. Nice and slowly till you get to your heels. And when you get to your heels, let the energy start to raise up into your legs, into your calves, and into the muscles in the front of the leg called the foot dorsiflexors. Allow that energy to come up into your knees. And let that warm energy, that warm electricity hang out in your knees. Let it sizzle in there for a little bit. Again, we take our knees for granted. Now move the energy up your thighs, up the quadriceps, up the hamstrings. Don't forget to breathe. Move the energy into your buttocks and into your groin. Now allow that energy, that focus, to come up your spine and up your abdomen like a slice of light that's in through the entire body. And as it moves up, just feel that electricity continue to ignite your body, ignite your nerves. And as it moves up to just at the bottom of your rib cage, take a big deep breath in, bring the lungs down to touch that, and let it out. And as it comes out, just let that energy come up into the lungs, up to the heart. One more breath. And allow that energy to move upward up to the tops of your lungs. Thankful for the tops of your lungs because that's probably where you're getting most of your air. And when the energy gets to your shoulders, allow it to shoot down into your arms, igniting your arms totally, into your fingers. And as it comes up from your fingers, you feel that just like a slice, come back up through your fingers, up to your elbows, back up to your shoulders. Feel that energy at your throat. And if you feel a tightness in your throat, take a couple of nice deep breaths. Feeling that electricity. Now shift the energy up your throat, into your chin, into the back of your head. And again, like a big slice right through the head. Imagine that white light, that electricity, that energy moving slowly upwards, up the back of your head and up to your mouth. Allow it to continue to go up to your nose. Let it get to the bridge of your nose, into your eyes, and up your cheeks. And now through your eyes, come into the crown of the head and the forehead, and just allow that energy to just shoot upward and out of the body. And look up at that energy that's now hanging over your body. And be thankful. Thankful for the information that is there. Thankful for the journey that energy has taken and helping you be aware of your body. And breathe in And breathe out. And just let it go. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Wiggle your fingers and toes. How'd that feel? Have you spent so much time thinking about your toes anytime lately? We forget about our body, and it's only trying to tell us what it wants. It's always trying to tell us what it wants. We just have to listen. Things like that, at times like this, what do you feel? Does anybody want to share anything of what they feel? Do they feel any achiness in their body? Do they feel any warmth in their body?
I'm hot.
Hot.
I felt really nauseous and sick already.
Yeah? Was it when we were at any specific point?
Like up around, like when we got up to the chest and stuff.
Okay. So those types of feelings, as we're going through these little, I mean, how long did that take? 5 minutes? That's trying to tell you something. What? I don't know. Because there's lots of ways we can go with
Yeah.
that. Just like with Cindy's dream. There's lots of different directions. But it's an area to pay attention to. It could be something as simple as you're not following your heart. Only you know that. It could be something as physical as I have a rib that's out of alignment. There's a lot, only you can know what's going on. We can get really esoteric with meditation, right? But we can do both. It can be both and. We can go places and we can be in our body. And we can learn what our body is trying to tell us and get really physical with it. What I know with a lot of people that tend to do a lot of meditation is they're really unhealthy. A lot of people, they're meditating, they're going places, they're going to different worlds, they're going to different times, they're talking to different deities. They're telling me all this stuff and I'm looking at them, I'm like, dude, get in your body. Stop trying to escape it. Your body's trying to tell you something. Do you understand what I'm saying there? Yeah. All right, so that felt good. So why I'm having you sit upright rather than I'll kick back. And you can go ahead and kick back. If you can put your butt back, it's going to be healthier for you with anything. Okay? We had a whole class. One of the things on One Thing Challenge was about extensors and your body extensors and how this position, this is relaxed. I'll just do this real quickly. This is relaxed. This is the muscles that are active right now. These are the muscles that are telling your brain, nobody's out to get me. Hey, I'm good. I am awesome. Oh my gosh. Anybody stand like this all day? If you stand like this all day, you will never develop spinal problems. You know why? Because if you're standing like this all day, you're telling your brain that everything's fine. I don't need to have muscle imbalances. I don't need to be in protection mode. Because what does protection mode look like? Yeah, closed. It's the fight. Gotta get ready. The fight or the flight. Same position, same muscles. What muscles are we using most every day?
To drive and to type.
Well, let's have a look at something real quick. And this is real quick because I don't want to get off into extensor land. When we're extended, our legs are straight, our arms are straight, our head is back, ears are over the shoulders. We can breathe. Okay? When we're sitting, what do we look like? Oh, here, I'll do this. We're bent. If we're sitting all day, it's just like telling our brain, okay,
ready to run.
Get ready to run, get ready to fight. I don't know what's going on, but something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, when I have you sit up, we're still sitting, but if you're sitting up straight, those muscles along your spine, they're really crucial in this whole process, in telling the brain that we need to relax. So, we're engaging the brain that way. Now, you can also stand up like this and do your breathing, and you are going to be really feeling good.
Do the wildflower.
Yeah. That's one of the exercises that we give patients in the office. It's actually standing up against a door and taking some breaths, and when they're ready, or they don't have shoulder problems, raising their arms, extending their arms overhead. Okay? That's a meditation. When you're focused on your body, you are making it a meditation. Now, here's my next drawing. I'm hoping. Yes, it's working. This is why meditation helps us get into that space. Why it helps us get into that healing mode. Okay? Here we are. Oops, that's a really small arm. I'm a really fantastic artist. Here we are in our daily lives, hanging out. Yeah, we have this body, right? And I've been talking about being in the body, right? And how often are we focused on the body? Right? We've been talking about that. What are we focused on if we're not focused on our body?
Our head, our brain.
Feeding ourselves.
Our environment.
Okay, there's I'm hungry, but that's listening to your body.
Oh.
Okay? I would guess that a lot of us are focused on the snakes. Okay, where are the snakes? Like hungry, here, that's your belly. You know,
On the ground.
They're outside of us.
they're outside of us. So, but they're in your head. Most of the snakes are in your head. Actually, they're not even in your head. They're out here. Here's a snake. This is my work snake. This is the person I don't like snake. This is, oh God, my mother-in-law snake. This is, I've got Bill's snakes. This is, remember that person in high school that I did not like? I just saw them on Facebook and they look happy, and that really makes me mad, snake. Yeah? Anybody see what I'm getting at here? When we're focused on all these snakes, because, I mean, you know, there's traffic snake, the guy in the car next to me that I can't stand. Oh my gosh, that person's on their cell phone again. My kids are driving me crazy. What color is their hair this week? God, their pants are down to their ankles. I just can't stand it. Oh, that kid that I don't even know. Oh my gosh, his pants are down at the ankles and it's really making me really mad. I shouldn't have had that ice cream. Does that have gluten in it? And then I worry about it. You know, we have to ask these questions, but when we spend a lot of time dwelling on it, it becomes a snake. It goes in from inside the brain out until we're covered with snakes. So guess what our poor body does? It tries to get us back in the body. Anybody know people that are so obsessed with these snakes that they don't even know when it's time to eat? They don't listen to hunger. I'm guessing that's you, Tracy. Right? I mean, I've been there. I am not going to pretend that I'm not without my own snakes. It takes work, though. Do you know what I'm saying? To come back into the body. Guess what else the body does? The body gives us things like a headache. Pay attention to me. Or here. It gives us a backache. Oh, it gives us heartburn. Oh, my fingers are tingling. I can't feel my feet. I just realized that. You know what I mean? Oh, my knee hurts. You see what I'm saying? So what do we do?
Trash our bodies and go to heaven.
Do we really want to go there?
See her well, thanks.
Because we're given this body, right?
Yeah.
We're given a body.
Be reverent.
Our body's trying to tell us, pay attention to me. It wants us to, it doesn't want to hurt. It doesn't want to do this to us. It really doesn't. It's only concerned about survival, but it doesn't want to hurt. Because when we hurt, our body's hurting. But it has no other choice. Pain is the last thing to show up. Your body's been trying to tell you stuff all along. Those tight muscles that you keep going back to the massage therapist to get worked on and they come right back the next day. Hello? There's something else going on. It's these dang snakes. These snakes are making you miserable. Do you get what I'm saying? So what we have to do is stop focusing on the snakes. That's what this is all about. It's about bringing you back into the body where you need to be. Because the snakes aren't doing you any favors. You know what I'm saying? Are you getting what I'm saying? Okay, good. Because I'm going off on tangents, and I hope that they're making connections with people. Because the only reason that Dr. Ted and I do these classes are to help people realize the potential they have and the easiness, the easy ways that they can go farther and do more and feel better. These are easy. Breathing, easy, yeah? Right? Breathing is easy. Drinking water, that's easy. All of those, it is easy. You put it to your lips and you drink it down. If you don't like it, squeeze some lemon in it.
That wasn't a treat.
If that's what you need. This is so important, but it's so easy. All these things, the breathing, the meditation, or the breathing, the water, the moving, the eating, if you juice, the juicing, that can be a meditation. You don't have to sit with your legs crossed for half an hour to meditate if you don't want to. If you do and you have the time, great. You're going to reap great benefits from it. You just need to take yourself away from the snakes. Any of those things, when you are present, when you are focused on that activity, is a meditation. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. We're focusing on you. It's making life sacred. It's making life in the present, focusing on now. Appreciating. That's a big part of it. Somebody today, and she's not here, and I told her I was going to use her stuff, so, I'm not that smart. Somebody today told me how she thinks of geese or flocks of birds flying over as a sign of miracles, as a sign of potential, as a sign of unlimited potential. That's what she looks at. Yeah. That's how she looks at it. Now, not everybody does think that way. A lot of people hate geese and they're thinking, oh, I want to shoot that. But she doesn't. I'm on her camp. That for her is a meditation. That is taking her out of what she's, all of her snakes, and it's putting it into appreciating this miracle. This miracle of flight. This miracle of, I am right here, right now, and I'm getting to see this. Now, in the same vein, if you want to look at a flock of birds and just go, look at that. Or not even pay attention to it. That's fine. But it's just where people are. But if you do pay attention to it, it's making you aware of this moment right now. And so many times, our snakes are not about right now. They're about last week, or when we were 3, or we were 7, or what's going to happen in 10 years, or what's going to happen next Tuesday, or I don't know how I'm going to get this done, or I don't know how I'm going to get that done. The snakes aren't now. Meditation is about bringing us right now, right here. Everybody got it? Now, that's cool, right? That's cool. Every moment can be a meditation. It doesn't have to be some big, gigantic ordeal, because that kind of gives us a lot of excuses not to do it, right? Yeah. But if you get in your car and before you click the keys, you take a couple breaths, you get in that habit. Yeah. Anybody smoke or has been a smoker? Okay. So one of my patients was a smoker, and like it's just when I get in the car, because I would get in the car and I would light up a cigarette. As soon as I would get in the car, I'm like, why don't you breathe instead? It's kind of the same thing, except a little bit healthier for you. They didn't really like that. They didn't think it was funny. But, I mean, think about it. If you give yourself a new habit, it's going to bring you into your body. It's going to bring you here. So, another big benefit for this, because I'm interested in all of this. I'm interested in the body. I'm interested in getting people healthy. I'm interested in people getting to know their bodies. Another big benefit to meditation is focusing your intention. Focusing your intention on what you want. What you want your life to be. What you want your day to feel like. Yeah? What you want your body to feel like. And we couldn't have a law of attraction meeting without talking about that, right? But remember your body. It's not all about the future. It's about now. Okay? So, with our last meditation, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the body. Really similar to the one we just did, except it's going to be a bit quicker. And end with focusing on what we want, focusing on something that we want to accomplish, focusing on a goal, focusing on a feeling, focusing on something we want to manifest. Maybe it's good health. Maybe it is healing your back. Maybe it's healing the heart. Whatever it is, it's for you. And then I'm going to share something really fun with you. Fun and easy. Anybody know anything about Kevin Joe? He's being, huh?
Being persecuted.
Yes, and it's because he called a diet program easy, and so then he got sued. So maybe I shouldn't say things are easy, because they're only easy if you do them. And they're easy. I think breathing is pretty darn easy. You just have to take the time to do it. Okay? Please don't sue me. Because, does anyone here think that that's easy?
Breathing?
Breathing.
Yes.
Taking time to breathe.
Yes.
Can I get a yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, these people think it's easy. Wonderful. I have some consensus. So, let's sit up straight. Get our paraspinal muscles going. Actually, just wiggle them around a little bit. They probably don't get too much of this. Feeling good. Start sending some messages to the brain. Yeah, that feels good. Okay. All right. So, we're going to start our toes again. And if you have high heels on like I do, just take them off. Take them off, put your heels on the ground.
Like you already go.
I tell you what, I want you to lift your toes. Lift your toes. Yeah, there you go. You don't have to keep them lifted, just for a little bit. All right. Everybody take a nice big deep breath. All right, again. We're going to start our little toes. Wiggle them, get them moving. Love your toes. And we're going to start at the toes with a white light. And this time we're not going to use just a slice. We are going to continue the white light. Keep the toes energized. Bring that white light to the feet. And now when they get to the ankles, bring that white light up into the calves. Feel that energy coming up into the calves. Everything is still ignited. Everything is still ignited. Bring it into the knees. Breathe. Bringing that energy into the thighs. And we're cruising. We are focused. We are focusing our energy into our body, feeling our muscles. Maybe feeling some muscles you haven't felt in a while. Bringing the light into the pelvis. Everything is still ignited. Into the hips, into the buttocks. Now, bring that white light up into the abdomen, up the spine into the chest, up to the heart. Ignite the heart. Bring that light up from the heart, up into the lungs and down the fingers, down the arms into the fingers, shooting energy out your fingers. Feeling every cell ignited, every cell. Keeping the energy going up into the throat, into your voice. Focus that energy, that white light. Keep it going into your head, into your ears, into your chin, into your nose, into your tongue. Up into your eyes and into the crown of your head. Your entire body is filled with white light. It is filled with energy. It is filled with potential. It is filled with intention. It is filled with your energy and your presence. And using this electrified body, this electrified presence, think about your chief aim, your chief goal, the thing that you want to focus on, the feeling you want to focus on. How does it make you feel, this thing? Does it make you feel free? Does it make you feel happy? Does it make you feel fulfilled? What is the feeling? Direct that energy, that white light that is pulsating in your whole body. You are a light being. To that emotion. Out the top of your head. Out your fingertips. Out your toes. Out your heart. Send that energy out into the cosmos, into the world. Directing your intention, directing your feeling, opening all channels to allow you to feel that emotion, that underlying emotion of what it is that you seek. Deep breath in. Let it all the way out your mouth. Breathe in through the nose, out through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Place your hands on your lap and gently open your eyes and look around. How do you feel? Do you feel energized? Do you feel good? Do you feel dizzy? I do. That's what we need. That's the kind of focus that we need to move through our day to get what we want. When we don't pay attention to the body, it's a heck of a lot more difficult to get there. Do you understand that? Yeah. So what's your poison? Is it, it's kind of a funny way to put it, is it feeling really relaxed and deep breathing? Or is it getting energized and channeling that energy that you have, that's in your body, that's all around you at all times? We just need to focus on it. Our body's trying to tell us, hey, come on now. Get it together. I'm not the one that wants to be healthy and happy. That's you. That's what you keep saying. So do it. Make the different choices. They're EASY. Easy. When you want them to be. So, here's the cool quick tip. If you want to do a super quick, intentional meditation, really focus on what you want, sit there, close your eyes, and do it for 14 seconds. Now, I have heard lots of things. I have heard 1 minute. I have heard 30 seconds. I have heard 7 seconds. Whatever you want to do, I'm saying 14 seconds. Focus 14 seconds. Breathe. Focus on your intention. You are going to feel differently after that 14 seconds. If you can do it longer, if you can breathe deeply longer and focus on your body longer, great. But all you need every day is 14 seconds to shift back into your body, to shift your intention. That's it. Now, I would call that easy, right? You just have to do it. So, set an alarm on your phone. Set a reminder. We have these phones that tell us what to do. Use them. Because the only reason we don't do this stuff is not because we don't want to do it, because it's easy. We don't do it because we forget about it, because we're focused on all the snakes out here. So use what you have, all this evil technology that we have around us, to help yourself. Use it for good. Because it will work. And you will notice differences. You will notice differences in your headaches. You will notice differences in your backaches. You will notice differences in your relationships with people. But you gotta incorporate your body. Because when you make your body happy, you make your brain happy. When you make your brain happy, then you can be happy. You can't do it otherwise. No amount of pills or self-help books or Dr. Phil is going to get you there. You've got to use the body. You've got to incorporate the body, and you've got to love your body and pay attention to it, even if it's just for 14 seconds. Any questions? Was that cool? Cool. All right. Thank you very much for coming.